Evening all, as you can see. Heading towards last night. It's Friday. No, it's not. It's the 25th. What day is it?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. I'm back at Alton. It's 9 o'clock in the evening. I made my haircut. Before anybody says anything. Oh dear. I'm here with Gaz Quirke, a good friend of mine, very good friend of mine. Keeps me company. Yeah, I'm further round. I'm out into the deep water. My target this week, because I've had my fair share of bream from that 5, 6, 7, 8 pound. I mean, I've had 40 odd fish in the last couple of trips, and I've barely had fish over 8 pound, a couple maybe. I'm targeting big bream this week. Completely different approach, completely different hook baits, completely different ground bait approach. I'll go through my ground bait. I'm putting a lot of it out, a lot of different ingredients in my ground bait, and my hook baits are going to be different. And I'm fishing in deeper water, in the old lake bed, the old Gaps Lake bed here at Alton, that quite a few people used to fish back in the day. I think the club still goes. There was some big fish in there. Anyway, a friend of mine long time ago hooked and lost a couple of really big bream here, and it's been on my radar for a long time. So I'm here, got my bait out, got my rods out. Not expecting anything too imminently, because I've only just got my bait out. That's probably about 8 o'clock, something like that. But kettle's going to go on now, and I'll get back to you as and when and if. Cheers guys, thanks for watching. As always, another Alton bream session. Right, so this is my mix for the bigger bream, as I explained earlier. That's my target this week. I've had my fair share of fish between 5 and just over 8 pounds, about the best. So the first thing, I've crushed up these 12mm krill active boilies, and I've crushed up 4 of these Calder crushers of them. And as you can see, I've not done them completely, not to dust, so they're all going to go in. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 4 tins, small tins I might add, of the Tesco's the cheaper sweet corn rather than the Green Giant. I've said a few times that I prefer this stuff. It's much more robust for casting, and yeah, something for the fish to get their mouths around. So 4 tins of that. I've already put a couple in, so going to keep a few by for hook bait. But yeah, I should have got bigger tins, but they didn't have any. So it's a must. So it's probably the equivalent of 2 big tins, so half of that's going to go in as well. So it's about 3.5 tins have gone in now. So next thing I'm going to do is, because the bottom's quite dark here, I've got some of this Dynamite Big Fish Green Lip Mussel Fish Meal Method mix. And basically, because I'm fishing quite a long way out, the reason I've gone for the Method mix is because I want to be able to bind my balls of ground bait together to get them down. I'm in 22 foot of water out here, just where it drops off, so it goes out. If I come back about 6-7 foot from where I am, it's 2 foot shallower, and 10 foot back from that it's another 2 foot shallower. So I'm just at the bottom, and it just flattens off then, and it's the old lake bed I'm in. So I'm going to put a decent amount of that in, but not too much. So that was probably about 1/5 of the bag of that. My old favourite from Dean's Tackle in Clacton, my micro pellet. So I'm going to put in a fair amount of that, probably about 1/4 of a bag of that. I then got some the krill powder. This is the neat powder, so I don't put a lot of this in because it's quite strong. But as you can tell, everything's based around krill this week. So there's a sprinkle of that, probably equivalent of a couple of handfuls. And then some krill, again sticky bait, the krill active mix. This stuff's quite good, but it's not as potent as the other stuff. So good amount of that's going in. Then I'm going to put some fish meal. Got a bit here, and again from Dean's Tackle. This is what we used to call LT94. I think they call it Grimsby not LT94, Provimi 66, and I think they call it Grimsby 66. There's a bit more of it going in. Again, very savoury mix, and I found in the past this definitely works to attract the bigger fish. I then got a bit of bloodworm, just a bit of colour, some crushed hemp, which again I get from Dean's Tackle. Lovely stuff. This is a couple of quid for a kilo bag of it. Decent amount of that's going in, and then some Sonu bait. Where are they? Somewhere around here. Yep, there you go. Sonu bait 4mm krill pellets. Good amount of those is going to go in, and then I'm going to put a bit of brown crumb with them. Mix it up. That's the brown crumb I'm using, because unfortunately he didn't have any in Dean's Tackle the other day. So I'm going to probably put about a quarter of a bag of that in. Quite a mixture, as you can see. Yeah, about a quarter of a bag of that. I'm going to get that lot mixed up. I'm going to get my gear out, my rods out and everything, and then I'll get back to you. Cheers guys. First fishing session at 11 o'clock. Not particularly big one, I don't think. No messing though. I did have a bite earlier which somehow I missed. But, yeah, this isn't a very big fish, I don't think. Oh, there we go. Oh, enough of it. Bream though, pretty short. See it in a minute. Yep. Not bad fish. There we go. Guys, get around and look, have a look. First fishers session. There we go. Not particularly big. Good condition though. About £5 I guess. Not what I wanted, something bigger, but as a start. Not massive, but definitely better than that last one. There you go, hopefully you can see that. Decent fish. Yeah, absolutely immaculate condition. Nice and solid. Definitely put up a scrap, that's for sure. Oh, it was bigger than that on the way in. That's the best one so far. Another nice solid Alton bream, again mint condition. Right, oh, not getting a lot of sleep tonight. It's only 12 o'clock. Definitely a better fish. I'm not getting any sleep, am I?
No.
I mean,
you can wait by bite of that.
It's going as soon as I'm out there. Like, they're on it straight away. But this is definitely feels like the best fish I've had so far. It feels heavy as well. Lovely reaction here as well to this fish. I was going to go for the 225s, but that's a good fish. That's a better fish. you mind keeping your head taut on the fish, please?
Yes, boss.
That's a nice fish. That's the best fish so far. Best fish so far. Absolutely perfect. Caught comfortably. There we go. This is my best fish by far. Absolute solid beast of a fish. Solid, that's going on the scales. I shall weigh that, that's for definite. Morning all. First night, after the first night, you can get a lot of sleep, that's for sure. 8 fish I ended up with on the first night. It's got a little bit quiet since it's got light. There's 1 or 2 tents blowing up close in, so let's see what happens. Never know. Have a new swim. Feels like a decent fish. Heavy. Good. I'm liking this. Liking the feel of this. That's a good fish. That's a lump. There guys. First daylight fish. Another nice Alton bream. Not as big as I thought it was, still decent fish though. And it's in daylight. First daylight fish of this session. Nice splash in the face there, thank you very much. Fish in the middle of the day. Happy days. Looks like a good fish as well. They're all good fish in here. Fighting, for sure. Fish number 10. Nice fish. That is a nice fish. It's daytime fish. Happy with that. There we go. Lovely. middle of the day. Happy with that. There she goes. Another daytime decent Alton bream. Lovely time of the evening. If any fish even remotely thinks about rolling, coming up, I'm looking down towards lemons. There's a lot of water in front of me. I've seen a couple of bream roll, one not too far away from me baited area, and I've had 2 single beep indications. So yeah, I've got an interesting bait on that one that I've had the indications on. It's going back with the old Rod Hutchinson flavour. Two little 10mm strawberry and honey ethyl boilies. Yeah, they used to work back in the 60s and 70s really well, and I managed to get my hands on some very low percentage ethyl boilies. You don't want the alcohol to be above 3.5%, which matches hemp once it starts fermenting. And that's what, as soon as you cooked it, it starts fermenting. That's what the roach get hooked on effectively. If you ever fished for a roach on the hemp, once they're on it, they're not eating anything else. So that's how it goes. So lovely, lovely view. Straight out from Hobby. I'm guessing there's got to be 1.5 miles plus of water in front of me. And a lot of variations in depth, and a lot of places for those fish to go out of casting range. It's good safe. There's his first fish. It's like a nice girl. That's a nice fish. Alright. Evening all. Last thing in the evening on the second night. Been quiet since about last fish I had was about 3 o'clock, which was my 14th fish. They've all been better than last week size wise. One just scraped the double, 10-3, so happy with that, but the rest of them have been in the 8-9 pound bracket. A couple of smaller ones along the way, but the majority, the average size has been bigger. So I might have sussed onto a new bait. I'll go through that tomorrow, especially if it works. I'll get a proper lump. Fingers crossed. I've got 1 rod short in the margins for the tent. I saw a couple blowing up earlier, and it's very weedy, but I managed to find a clear spot. So got a rod out there. Had a few pellet and such light over the top. So see what happens. Had a couple of indications on that. So just watching now to see if I see any signs of fish rolling. I do like watching them roll, that's for sure. Oh, here we go. Well, there we go. Oh, that's a good fish. That was good. Switch the camera on. See if I can film any fish rolling, and as I switched it on, up it went. There he goes. I say, that feels like a good fish every time I hook one. This is the sort of distance out I am. I think this is as big as I initially thought it was. But, fish number 15 nonetheless. Oh, it's coming back to it. Not a bad fish. Oh, that's actually quite a good fish, that. Literally just made myself a cup of coffee. Oh no, the other rod's going. That's that last light. Right. Get her unhooked. Not that big actually. Lovely creature. Absolutely immaculate. Beautiful fish. Tip her up a bit so you can see. Solid as well. Alright, let's get her back. Yeah. Fish. He says again. This is actually feels heavy. Feels like a good fish, Gaz. This feels like a good fish. No, I'm fine. Thank you. Kiting to one side. Definitely pulling back, that's for sure. Right under that tree. I managed to miss the other line. I did. Get that unhooked. Have a look. This is a nice looking fish. Got a lot of debris on it. Oh, that's a tear up. There we go. Another classic Alton bream. It's thick, this fish, solid. Down the middle, beautiful colours. Absolutely mint. There she goes. See if there's another one out there. The second night, this is my best fish by far. This one's going on scales, that's for sure. Oh. Absolute solid There you go, hope you can see that. Fish number 27, another stonking Alton bream. They've all been super quality, couple of doubles during the night. More than happy with what I've had. Still catching. This is a proper Alton bream, this is. Oh, that's an absolute lump of a fish, that is. Ain't stopping. One after the other. This is a proper fish bowl feel of it. Definitely pulling back, this is. Guys, second morning, absolutely beautiful, perfect. I love that mist on the water. Bit chilly in the night, rained. So the BBC weather forecast said light showers about 2 o'clock for an hour. It rained from midnight through to, well, you can see the water still dripping off the trees. It's only just stopped. But very busy night, not a lot of sleep for me, and I'm still catching 28 fish now. I've had 3 since it actually got light, albeit that the first one was barely light. Had some lovely fish. Exactly what I came for. Pretty much most of the fish I've had have been over £8, quite a few over 9, and managed a couple of doubles, losing one really good fish, which you'll see in the video. Lovely, and they're still coming, so I've got the rest of the day, see how it goes. Still hopeful of a really big fish, but still got a rod out for the tench. Not had a beam on that all night. But, that's the tench in here for you. That's what they're like. Morning all. So it's about midday. On the second day. It's gone very quiet. But I finished on 32 fish, and some very good quality fish, as you would have seen in the video. This is the rig that accounted for the majority of my fish. So that's size 8 dread and barbel hook with a bit of silicone sleeving on the hook. 2 strawberry and honey ethyl alcohol flavoured boilies. So I've got some honey ethyl. You have to reduce it down to 3.5%, that way it matches the same as hemp when it starts to ferment, which it does when you cook it. That accounted for the majority of my fish. I had a couple on pellet, my go-to, and I had a couple on a 12mm krill infused boilie as well. So yeah, great session. I'm tired, not had a lot of sleep. It rained a lot in the night, so I got wet. So probably got bed head hair. Yeah, just starting to pack up and heading home now. So I'm going to have a think about where I'm going to go next week. Might have a go at viewers, catch a few carp for a change. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. I don't do secrets on details, so I'll tell you exactly what I did and how I did it, and hopefully that's come across in the video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like as well. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.